welcome back to the Beonby Show. This is episode 8, and we're welcoming Brady back to the podcast for the first time since episode 3.
Mm-hmm.
How are you doing today,
I'm
Brady?
doing great, Ben. Thank you.
Any notable things you want to share with me before we begin our luxurious journey?
So when was episode 3? Was that like January?
No, it was last decade.
Oh, it was?
Oh, yeah, I forgot to say this is our first podcast since last decade, so I just want to say we've been podcasting for over a decade now.
Happy 2020.
Happy 2020. We hope you will have a wonderful everything
to a great
which
start.
have already passed,
Mm-hmm.
and we hope you had it, and we hope it's a good decade, good year.
The memes are great.
Memes are great.
What are some new memes that have come out since 2020 since January 1st?
Well, we can discuss that later.
Today
we're going
Sully
to be
one that's become like a big one, like the one where
Yeah. We know.
Mm-hmm.
We know.
Yeah.
Anyway, so today
and the Rick and Morty one.
That was last decade.
Yeah,
anyway,
okay.
So this podcast, we're going to be talking about our wildest school experiences and our thoughts on them, and that's pretty much it. So let's start in kindergarten. I don't remember anything from kindergarten.
I remember you had a bowl cut.
Well, I was hoping you would mention that. But yeah, I guess that's a pretty wild adventure. That one time when I had a bowl cut for like 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
What did you think of it when you initially saw me?
I didn't really think any. I was just like, oh, that's that kid.
But like looking back on it in hindsight, what did you think, or what do you think about the fact that I had my hair in the shape of a bowl?
It was very interesting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My mother made some questionable decisions.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah. We can't question. We can't question the.
I'm just
the ultimate authority.
Mom, if you're listening to this, I'm not questioning your authority. I'm just, providing some feedback from child to mother.
From 13 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, censored years ago. We don't know how.
No, it's
old
okay.
you
I've
are.
already revealed how old I am in one of my songs.
He's
Anyway,
21.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I just graduated college. Anyway,
Yeah.
So
No,
let's
you
move on.
graduate college in 2022.
First grade. Did I?
I don't think we were in the same class.
We weren't. Were we in the same class for kindergarten though?
Yeah. This is Mrs.
We can't say that. Yeah, Mrs. Censored.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That was her name.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I have actually a very good story from the second grade because I had a teacher. We'll call her Mrs. B. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was such a bad teacher that I think I cried like 20 or so times, maybe probably more.
Mrs. B, if you're listening to this,
I don't like you.
We don't apologize.
Well, there was nothing that we need to apologize for. We were the victims of what her bad teaching. Like, I was in her class. Were you in that class?
No.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, but she was such a bad teacher, and she was like, she thought we were way better than we actually were. It was a multi-age, so it was first and second grade, and both of those years were so bad for me because, like, she always took away, choice time when we got to do whatever we wanted.
Well, okay, yeah, that's great.
Yeah. And
Mrs. B, we thank you for being part of our education.
I didn't learn anything here.
Maybe take an eval form. Just kidding. Don't do that. That's okay.
Okay.
Wherever you are now. Good job.
I think she's in Georgia.
Georgia.
The state. The
Georgia.
state. The state. Not
I thought you meant the country.
No.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, no. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, anyway, so
I know what you meant.
She took away my choice time where we got to just do what we want so many times, and I would just sit there crying because I didn't know what I did wrong, and 8-year-old me or 7-year-old me was very traumatized.
Little bowl cut Ben.
BCP.
Yeah.
No, not going on.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so that was second grade.
That was second grade. First grade.
First and second grade.
I always thought first grade was the longest year. It felt like 3 years in one.
How do you remember that though?
Oh, I just remember getting into second grade and I'm like, wow, this is going so fast compared to first grade. And first grade was just like, oh my God. I remember we always used to do in first grade these math activities. I forgot what they're called.
Extra math?
No, not extra math. It was like these activities in school, but every day was like another activity. It was Bridges mathematics.
Bridges mathematics, yes.
Okay, we'll get into that later in like fifth grade.
That's like fifth grade stuff. Fifth grade, we're gonna find, ladies and gentlemen, is a very, very juicy year. There's so much juice that it's swelling up and it's gonna fall out.
Ben was just the best student. He was just such a good. He was like
starved
valedictorian. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Of Geometry Dash. Yeah, we'll get into that later.
We're going to talk about that later. So okay.
Yeah.
So that was second grade, but I do remember the best. I think my favorite school project we've ever done was in second grade.
Oh, the aqua or the marine.
Yeah, the marine thing. That was so cool because we got to paste like an entire aquarium on our wall. Like we got to tape it.
Yeah.
Onto our wall.
And then we got to go to the aquarium in Censored City.
Oh yeah. Shed Aquarium. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, the Shed Aquarium in Chicago. Now you all know where we live.
Wow, it's not like Chicago has like 3 million
100-mile radius. Well, if somebody's like yeah, well, like if everybody's, it could just be like he lives in Chicago. Let's just.
Okay, we're gonna move on. So that project was really cool because we got to make like an informative booklet on it, and I had so much fun making that.
We basically just copy and pasted Wikipedia. It was just great.
Well, I don't think any of us knew how to copy and paste or what Wikipedia was.
Mm-hmm. We had, oh my god, in first grade we had a computer lab with like old Macs.
Oh, the computer lab.
With like 20 old Macs in one singular room, and then in second grade, each class got like 4 Macs, which is great. It was a great, and then later in second grade year, everybody got the old MacBooks, which were the white plastic ones, and weighed like 300 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's crazy to see how Macs have evolved throughout the years, though.
Yeah. Yeah, it was great. And then in second grade, we did like these weird grammar things where we'd like cut out all these different words from a magazine and then like put them on a grid on paper, and I hated it. We got rid of it in fourth grade, I think.
I don't remember any of that. Third grade was a wild year. So let me start off. So I had a teacher, we'll call her Mrs. W. You know who I'm talking about, right? Yeah. We're going to conserve everyone's identity because, we want to.
Ben's like a very famous rapper and podcaster. So like, if you like say somebody's name,
my name is Ben. Your name is Brady. Oh my god. Okay, anyway.
Censor.
Third grade, I met one of my best friends. His name is Florian. We have yet to have him on the podcast yet, but I'm trying to arrange that.
He's on
Oh, we don't talk about that. You'll see.
He's
very
coming
soon.
Coming
soon to a podcast near you.
You know you're old if you remember that. Like before a movie, it was like the weird like blue and like yellow. It was like coming soon on digital DVD to theaters. Yeah.
No. Anyway.
Okay.
So in third grade, I met him by chance because he moved from the Netherlands.
Hey, don't say that.
That's an entire
country.
That is an entire country.
Okay, fine.
Okay, so he moved from the Netherlands, and then on the first day, Mrs. W asked, "Can you please like show him around like the playground because he's very shy and like can you like just talk?" So
basically, Ben didn't choose to be this guy's friend. Ben was forced to be this guy's friend.
No, that's not what happened. You're making this out to be something it's not. But
it's true.
No. Okay. So it just happened to be me that she decided to, put in his grasp. And then on the first day, he didn't know like any English. I was just walking around the playground with him and I was like, this is our school.
Yeah, so third grade was great. I don't really remember a lot for third grade.
I remember that, that obviously. And then we did the project. I did a project about the Beatles, and I made like this lengthy biography about them.
Oh yeah, we did the biography thing where like everybody got to choose one notable person from history.
You did Abraham Lincoln, right?
No, that was in second grade. I was King Tut.
King Tut.
Yeah, that was great.
I was the Beatles, and my mom made me this elaborate costume where I had like a thing that I wore over my head, and like the Beatles' 4 heads were like plastered on a plasterboard, like right next to my head.
You're like the singular entity of the Beatles.
Yeah, if the Beatles were one person, that was me, the little 3'11" kid.
Really, 3'11"?
No, I don't know. Probably.
So if you haven't figured it out already, Ben is short.
Was.
But we don't is. So we don't like to shame people on this channel because everybody isn't accepted in this very non-judgmental world. Right, Ben?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So,
he agrees.
I feel like there's a lot more stuff from 3rd grade we're just glossing over.
Yeah.
Which class were you in? Just say the first letter of their name.
Mrs. S.
Oh, okay, Mrs. S.
Yeah, she was great. I liked her.
I think I had a good relationship with her, even though she wasn't my teacher.
And then this year we got, instead of getting the old white plastic MacBooks, we got the iPads,
and we had to share the iPads.
No, everybody got.
No, we had my class had to share them.
Oh, our class everybody got an iPad.
Wow.
Ooh, Ben, looks like your class wasn't loved as much.
By who?
From the school administration.
Oh, well, the school administration would come to love me in about 2 years.
Oh,
which we'll get to.
Yeah. He was just the valedictorian of
No, we'll get there.
geometry. Okay, so 4th grade.
4th grade. I had Mr. K.
Same, I had Mr. K.
God.
Oh my god.
I feel like that's when all the people that I'm connecting with most now, we all had Mr. K.
Yeah, Mr.
And
K
I
was
think
great.
Florian was only in that class with me because I was such good friends with him.
Oh yeah, and that's when I became friends with Florian, and we just played Clash of Clans the whole year. It was.
Remember when Clash of Clans was popular?
Yeah, and we just played every day after school and talked about it at school. It was great. Ben didn't play Clash of Clans.
What did we talk about in 4th grade?
Clash of Clans.
Except Clash of Clans.
Justin Bieber?
No, that's the wrong answer. That is the wrong answer.
I don't know. It's like the most obsolete thing. Sorry, Justin Bieber, if you're listening to this, but
just one of the most popular audios on Spotify. Just like, what is this Beonby show?
Yeah. So what did we do in 4th? There was so much we did in 4th grade.
I feel like the end of this is when I started researching Common Core, which is our nation's education system.
So Ben
fundamentals.
Oh, and you wrote a book that was like 40 pages long.
I wrote the book in 4th grade.
It's on Amazon.
It's on Amazon. It's called The Heist Phase 1. There's only one phase.
And it's $0 on the Amazon.
On Kindle Unlimited, but it's $1 or something else.
Yeah, so if you want to support Ben...
If you want to support the podcast other than
struggling,
just supporting it.
So Ben is struggling. He just got out of college. So he is struggling to make a living. And so if you want to support him, just buy the Heist Phase 1.
And support the podcast. It's about... at the link anchor.fm/Ben894/support.
Yeah, it's great. Mm-hmm. This is sponsored by Ben.
No, the ad plays at the beginning of the podcast.
Oh, okay. Sorry, it's not sponsored by Ben. So
we have to delay talking about 5th grade as much as possible because
it's just oh god, it's gonna take like 30 minutes. Okay, so 4th grade we upgraded to the
the
MacBook Pros, but not the new ones, but the ones that were like an inch thick and they were heavy.
And we didn't get to take them home.
Which was kind of...
And they were, like, supervised so much. I don't know what they were thinking 4th graders were going to be doing on these laptops.
Geometry Dash.
Well, why do you suggest that?
I don't know, Ben. I don't know. So, anyway,
yeah, we got those. I remember, like, that year I tried to experiment as much as possible and, like, see, like, what I could do. Even though I didn't exactly know what I was doing, I was like, what is Google?
This man is a genius.
I know. I'm kind of smart.
So anyway, he kind of just found this newfound hatred for school.
No, not school. The system.
Common Core, and then it evolved into hating school.
Yeah. But we don't. So yeah, let me talk about that for a bit. So Common Core, is our nation's education system, and like halfway through the year, I started researching it because I was like, this is interesting to me. And I read an entire...
He's kind of a nerd.
I'm not a nerd. There's a difference.
You in 5th grade, you had a pencil
we don't
bag...
talk about the 5th grade. We don't talk about the 5th grade.
Or no, in 4th grade, you had a pencil bag that said nerd alert. So I rest my case.
Well, I don't remember that. My mom probably bought that for me and maybe use it. So that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that I researched it. I read a book on it. I wrote like a couple essays on it.
This is like
I maybe a
textbook definition of
but like
nerd.
I have like at the end of the year I remember Mr. K telling me you need to stop with this because it's not going to be good if you keep on doing this. And I remember those words, they burned into my head.
Oh my god, remember at the end of the year when like every day was like a show and every day till the end of the year was
I
like a
remember
show
that.
and
And then I
television?
talked about Messi and soccer.
Yeah,
because
you
I
talk
really like
about
soccer.
Messi
And
and
then,
soccer, and then I did guacamole because I'm like, what am I gonna do? And then my dad's like, why don't you make guacamole
And there was
for the class?
there was this one girl in our class, who got very upset that I didn't talk about female players, and I felt very misogynistic, even though I really wasn't.
Well, anyway, the guacamole was a hit. It was pretty good.
I remember that your guacamole was really good.
And then I made it in 5th grade, and it wasn't as good.
But
we don't talk about 5th grade yet.
We don't talk about 5th grade yet. Should we talk about 5th grade now?
Yeah, let's talk about. Okay. Anyway, Mr. K, that was
Mr.
a great
K, good
teacher.
year. Good year.
It was a
Actually,
great
let's
year.
rate all of the years. I think kindergarten, good.
Good. Learning
First
my
grade,
colors and all my words and
yeah.
stuff.
I remember the only thing I remember learning in kindergarten was that 3 + 2 = 5.
And we did like this whole unit on amphibians.
Yes.
Yeah.
The frogs.
With like our. Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, first grade, no. It was terrible.
It kind of took a
Terrible for me.
while. It
Well,
was
you
it was
didn't-
good for me. I really like my teacher.
You didn't have Mrs. B, so.
Yeah. Well, it I feel like it just took forever. I don't know why. And then
Second grade for me, bad.
Great.
Very
I love my
bad.
teacher. I kind of like all my teachers. They were great.
And then third grade was very, very good for me. Very
yeah,
good.
3rd grade was great.
Fourth grade, also very good.
Also,
And
very
then
good. 5th grade.
5th grade, I
best-
can't describe it because there was. How do I even begin this? So let me just
So
say.
basically, Ben
No.
decided
I think
over the summer. I'm going to say this.
There was
He's like, Common Core.
particular.
I hate this.
There was some
School.
Shh.
I hate this.
There were some particular
I don't
events
like
that happened that triggered me to. I'll just talk about it. So
Oh my
Florian left after 3rd and 4th grade to go back to the Netherlands,
Yeah.
and I got very sad about that.
Ben.
And then I started researching Common Core more and more, and I was like, I hate this more and more.
because
And then
he lost
when I got
his
to
only
school, I
friend.
made some new friends
Just kidding.
that were probably bad influences on me,
Mhm.
and I became a rebel, like
Yeah,
a
self-proclaimed.
major.
Self-proclaimed.
No, everyone else.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine. But it was basically just like anything.
It was anarchy.
Yeah,
It was
no.
essentially
So
anarchy.
so basically, we wrote these monthly newsletters to our parents about what we've been learning in school, and every newsletter he did, it was like, "School is terrible. I hate it. We're learning these redonkulous strategies about math."
I intentionally used misproper grammar and
I
spelling.
know, and our teacher, he was Mr. N. Oh my god, what a legend! He was great.
He put up with me for like 90% of
I
the
know.
year.
And I think you didn't want to admit it, but you loved Mr. N. He
No,
was
I
great.
did. I admitted it fully. I really liked him.
Yeah,
I still do.
I really like Mr. N.
Okay,
Um,
so there's so much to talk about. We got the computers to take home now. We got the really
MacBook
nice,
Airs.
the ones that we have now.
Yeah, MacBook Airs.
The small
right?
ones, we get to take them home. Very nice.
Very
and so
light. Mhm.
I found a way to download Geometry Dash on my computer because even though we weren't allowed to download anything, I downloaded Geometry Dash, I downloaded Spotify, and I downloaded a billion other games.
Minecraft beta version.
Yeah, and I started playing them, and then I was like, my friends want to know how to do this too. So I shared the link with them to download the stuff, and then all of us were playing Geometry Dash, and it was like just a competition to see who would be the best.
Okay, so
Obviously, I was the best, but you know.
BT dubs, FYI. I was Ben's friend. I just didn't partake in all of these
activities.
habits and activities. Yeah. So basically we called it writing workshop. And it was like this hour where we worked on we had various
For like LA.
units.
It was LA. It was
Yeah,
LA.
various units throughout the year, like narrative writing and informational. And basically, he and Ben's friends would sit in the corner and play Geometry Dash.
And
And
it
I think
was so
Mr.
much
N
fun.
knew, but he just let
He
it
didn't
go
tell
on.
me about it until the end of the year.
Yeah, it went on for the whole year. And I just look across the room and Ben's like there, like on his computer with all his friends, and it's super obvious that they're playing a game. And then finally at the end of the year, the teachers got like the screen monitoring software, and then he's like, "Ben, can you come here, please?" And
That is not what he sounds like at all.
yeah, well,
That sounds like Obama.
okay. And it was funny. And then
I just didn't really care about anything at all.
oh yeah, and so we called other classes where we left the room specials, like wellness, Spanish,
Which is gym.
art.
Spanish is such a joke.
Yeah, no, you made it a joke, Ben. I'm
But
sorry.
the things we
Music
learned.
class.
Let me just say, in elementary school we learned the same things for 6 years in Spanish.
Yeah,
There
it
were
is
five things. There were 5 things: colors, numbers, days, what to put in a taco, and the names of sports. That was it. That was all we learned for 6 years. No grammar, no nothing. That's it.
That is kind of true. But then Ben took it up a level by just not doing anything. He'd just like sit there.
Me and my friend, I'll call him Z. We every time we were in Spanish, we went up to the corner where the tissues were, and we stood there for 20 minutes, and we blew our noses, quote unquote, with our tissues.
Yeah, it was kind of just a joke. Like everybody's like, "Oh, what's Ben and what are they gonna do today? I wonder."
And it was like a reality show for everyone else.
And then
and it was really fun to film it.
Yeah, same with wellness and gym. It was just like
wellness. Every teacher hated me, but I think Miss C, we'll call her Miss C, she hated me the most. I once got sent to the principal's office for sitting there. I kind of like took the fall for my friends, which is something I shouldn't have done. They were talking, and then she got really mad at us, and I was just sitting there like drawing on a piece of paper, and she gave us a paper to like fill something out, and I was writing the answers to it. Yeah, I was writing the answers to it, and then I wasn't talking, and then she sent all of us to the office.
Yeah, and then your whole like arguing point for wellness is we don't play actual sports, which was true.
We did these stupid and redonkulous games.
Yeah, and then art, Mrs. M.
Oh, Mrs. M. God, she hated me.
Yeah.
That was I also kind of was like a bad guy.
Yeah, you were.
Speaking of the office, I got sent to the office. Just
office
take a guess.
Is principal.
Just take a guess. How many times? Just take a guess.
7 or 8?
Higher.
12?
Lower.
9.
Higher.
10.
Higher.
11.
Yeah. 11 times.
11 times he was sent to the principal. Oh, and then the day before winter break, so apparently we had a sub, I remember this, and apparently we were being like super disrespectful to the sub. I don't really know how. To me, we weren't being disrespectful, and that's like
oh my god, I remember this. We weren't being disrespectful.
Yeah, we weren't being disrespectful. We were just having like a normal day. We went to music and we came back, and one of the other 5th grade teachers, we'll call her Mrs. L, she said in a super serious tone, she's like, "You guys are coming with me. We're going back upstairs and we're going to have a talk." And we went back upstairs to our class, and then the principal, she was sitting in the rocking chair. We had like a rocking chair.
The principal sucks. Let me just say, the principal sucks. She is not good.
Yeah. Okay. Ben has very different points of views because Ben had different experiences.
Let me just say, this is something I know. She was a bad principal. She is a bad principal. I think she's retiring this year. We'll call her Mrs. M.S.C.
No. S.C.
Yeah, M.S.C.
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 Okay, cool. Oh, I didn't think she was. I thought she was nice. She said hello to me in the hallways, I think. Ben just had different experiences in 5th grade, so therefore everybody that basically didn't think how he thought was a bad teacher.
No.
So basically,
that's not true.
I was so
that
scared.
Is not true.
I was so scared. So basically, she's sitting in the rocking chair, and she basically yells at everybody. So the desks are put in like groups of 4, and like clusters are on the room, and she's like, everybody, put the desks in neat rows and columns right now and sit down. And I'm like, oh my god, what's happening? And Ben's just like, okay.
I was.
And we were so scared. And she's like, I'm really disappointed in you guys. I'm like, oh my god, what are my parents gonna think? This is so bad. Oh my god. And so apparently we were being disrespectful to the substitute teacher, the social worker that came in for like 30 minutes.
The social worker is so good.
Yeah, she was great. Mrs.
P.
Mrs. Social Worker.
Mrs. Social Worker.
Yeah, so we disrespected the substitute, which we weren't, and I can say that. Ben can't, because Ben didn't really back then. Yeah. And then so the substitute, the social worker, and our teacher, Mr. N, who wasn't even there. And so basically, she was just giving us a super serious pep talk while she made us write 3 letters.
Oh my god, yes, I remember the letters. I didn't write anything. I was just like, dear mom and dad, this is BS.
No, we didn't write to our parents. We wrote to the social worker, the substitute, and our teacher. And
I think I actually wrote to the social worker. I apologize for nothing.
yeah, well, I remember it. I'm like, why? And then I'm like, okay, I guess I'm just gonna walk home today, and my parents are gonna be like, so. But they didn't. I don't think they informed the parents, or
stupid.
at least my parents.
Oh wait, what else happened in 5th grade? Oh, I think at the end of the year, Mr. N had finally had enough of me.
Oh my god!
One
Okay.
day I was reading, and I just
You weren't
something.
really reading.
Well, I was reading.
Yeah, I think you were talking back to him. Like he said, like, Ben, you can't sit in like this corner with all your friends, and you're like, I think you just talked back or something, and he just
looked at me for like a 5 seconds, and then he just absolutely exploded, and that was the only time I was ever scared during that year.
I'm like, and it was so funny when just like standing there, like kind of awkwardly, like or like midway to his desk, like in the middle of the room, and when Mr. N is just screaming, and I was reading. I remember this. This was like very vivid. I was reading the Kane Chronicles book. I think it was like the 3rd one, and Mr. N was screaming at Ben for like 5 minutes straight. And it's just like, and I'm like, good for Mr. N. I think, yeah, so it was great. And he's just like, Ben, you have a future and you're throwing it away. And yeah, that was a pretty.
Yeah, that was mortifying.
I know, well, I kind of just felt bad for Mr. N the whole year because, he had to kind of.
If I had if I had Mrs. S as my teacher in 5th grade, I would have not survived. I just wouldn't.
Yeah, 5th grade was great.
Yeah, so
it was a really good year.
It was great. It was a great and terrible year for me. It was.
Yeah, so I think Ben's like just dislike for Common Core turned into a dislike for school, which turned into like a.
Because I started seeing all the stupid things that we were doing, which is so unnecessary.
And then we got into middle school, and Ben is who he is now.
We can make another podcast on that.
Oh, shall we do
2 parts?
No, I don't think we have enough for that. There's no, we definitely don't have enough for that.
I have some stories from middle school.
We have 2 minutes left, and there's not many. Yeah, just tell your stories now.
No, like in a different podcast. No, I still have some stuff from 5th grade. What other classes did we have? It wasn't just wellness and Spanish.
Art, music. Music was great.
Music was great. I joined band. It was good.
Yeah, band was great.
We don't have much to say about that.
Yeah,
Mrs. E.
Mrs. E. She was great. What else? Spanish.
Talked about that. Wellness. I sometimes just didn't do the activities.
Yeah, and like every day it would just be like, Ben, please sit out. You're coming with me. Let
me tell you, one time when I came home and I'd done a particularly bad thing, I don't remember what it was. My mom went into my room and she took out a light, because I had 3 lights in my room on the ceiling, and she took out one of them and she was like, next time you do something bad, it's going to be another light gone. And I'm like, okay. Because it didn't really faze me. I was like, okay.
Oh, and then lunches in 5th grade?
Lunches were so stupid. So dumb and stupid. Because you had to sit with your class. You couldn't sit with who you wanted. To be here, all my friends were in my class.
That's another thing we can talk about in the next episode.
In the next episode.
Yeah.
But so, yeah, we're going to go ahead and wrap this episode up now. We'll make another podcast on this. Don't worry.
I didn't really talk about much about me. Just kidding. I didn't really have much.
You're kind of like a loser.
Don't say it, Ben. Don't say it.
If I'm short, then you're just a little bit of a loser. He's a little bit of a loser.
Thanks, Ben. Basically, Ben turned from like a nerd that loves school
to a rebel that hates school, and then we'll see where I went next.
Yeah, so
in the next podcast. So, thank you so much for listening to this podcast. Thank you, Brady, for coming on once again. I really appreciate it. Once again, thank you to Anchor for sponsoring this podcast. Great website. Actually, I'm not even just saying it because to get money. It's an actually great website. thank you for listening, and we'll see you in the next episode. Thank you very much. Support my podcast, listen to my music, and
Beonby out.